Okay, I think now we're live. We
Awesome.
are live. What's
Yay!
up, Renee?
What's up? So excited.
Well, awesome. I am really excited to have you speak to me. It's been obviously these times are unprecedented, and I've been trying to highlight, success stories of people that are doing things right during this kind of tumultuous time. And you popped up on my radar, and you actually fell for the bait and decided to come on this interview and actually
Yeah.
share your experience with us. And for that, I am very thankful.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here. I'm glad you invited me on.
Awesome. Well, for people that don't know, can you tell us, this is Renee Bull, but can you
Hi,
tell us a little
everyone.
bit about you and where you're from, where you're based, and what you do?
Yeah, so a little bit about me. My name is Renee Bull, and where am I based? That has changed a lot since COVID started. I've been based in Hawaii for the last year, so aloha, and that's been great. But I've been primarily working as a digital marketer. I founded my own agency, and I focus on helping small businesses increase their reach, their leads, and their profits by using Facebook and Instagram ads. And so, yeah, that's what I've been doing full time. And it has been an interesting year with everything that's been going on since March. But we've definitely been like pivoting and maneuvering, as many of us have, like during this time, to kind of find solutions to all the obstacles that we've been like have been thrown our way
Right.
this year. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing full time at the moment
Cool. All right. I've
from home.
gotten, I had this, I'm in the digital marketing space. There's been a lot of comments in groups among contacts and people that I know that I just kind of run in the same circles with, that the pandemic was like the perfect time to like buy ads on Facebook because apparently prices went down. Like, was that true? And is that true? And is
Yeah.
it still true?
Okay, so is it true? Yes. Is it still true? Yes. So for some strange, well, not for some strange reason, when the pandemic hit, a lot of the major corporations, big businesses that were funneling in a lot of money to run ads, they pulled back their budget. And the way Facebook ads work, they work on an auction. So, right, so the people that are spending the most money get the most visibility. If suddenly we have people who are spending budgets of millions of dollars literally pull back and leave, then it gives us, like, the smaller businesses whose budgets are maybe a couple hundred or a couple thousand a month, that gives us a chance to have more visibility. So what
Right,
people were seeing were they were able to reach more people with less budget, which is what you want. You want to increase your
right.
visibility because once you increase your visibility, you can funnel people into your business. So yeah, this is still a great time. I'm telling people now, I'm like, I'm seeing the lowest cost for getting in front of people. And it's been a good year for everyone who was prepared to run ads or who's jumped in and started their ads.
Wow. So that's basically saying that there is now um, less competition to get your business or your offer or your service seen through Facebook ads? Or is this apply
Exactly.
to all ad platforms, or is this mostly Facebook?
I can only speak specifically for Facebook, and Facebook
Okay.
includes Instagram as well. But I know people who are running ads, through YouTube, Google ads, and things like that. I don't do that specifically, but I know that ads are at a all-time low. So if you've ever been thinking about investing in it, if you've ever been thinking about starting, this would definitely be the time.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I need to. We will talk after this because I actually
Yeah.
have been needing to really focus on ads. It's something that I come from this school of thought, and it's not even a school of thought. It's just the program that I did to kind of push my business forward through my mentor I was taught to just, concentrate on organic and
Mm,
to not move into paid until you are sure that you have proof of concept. And I still think that's a very safe way to run the business. It's just not scalable.
right.
Um, and I think for me, because that was pounded into my head, I've been so hesitant about launching into ads, like in a significant way, like ads in a significant way that I'm constantly driving, traffic to my landing pages. That it scared me that I haven't
Mm-hmm.
taken the plunge and been like, okay, you know,
Do it.
I'm just gonna do it. And then there's a whole bunch of people that are of the school of thought that it's like, okay, get your idea and then test your idea with a little bit of ad spend, move in. If it doesn't perform, then move on to something else. But that it's ridiculous to even think about trying to launch a business first without doing ads. And I've run into a lot of people that think that. So I guess there's probably somewhere a soft middle somewhere.
Yeah, I think so. The way I think about it, right, is if you are trying to test an idea to see if it's proven, what ads will do is it will just accelerate that testing process because now you're able to get in front of, maybe organically you're only getting in front of 10 people a day. Whereas with ads, you're seeing, 500 people a day might be seeing your offer. So you're able to quickly come to the realization like this is working or this is not working. I just feel like when you use ads combined with the strategy, right? Like that, it has to be, the two has to come together. You can't run ads and think that that's the strategy. I think that's that's the disconnect. So ads are attached to a strategy. If you want to test if that strategy is something that is going to convert, right, into sales or profit for your business, this is a way to accelerate it. Because if I'm able to get in front of 1,000 people or get 300 people signed up for my free training, and I'm able to test that with them in a week, right? Why would I
Hmm.
not want to opt in to do that? Whereas for someone else who's maybe doing it organically, it's going to take you a month to build up that registration and get that pocket of people. Whereas if you have a strategy and you're putting ads behind it, you're able to come to those conclusions quickly. And for me, I think especially in this time, you want to take advantage of the low ad cost, the fact that people are at home. They're home, they're on their screens. They're just waiting for you to pop up in front of them, right? So I think like organic is not wrong, but I think if you do have a proven method, like if you know that your funnel works, like how you're bringing people into your business and then nurturing them and they're converting organically, that same method is going to work. You're just going to get in front of more people,
Right,
right?
right,
And it's just going to then work for more people, which is then
right.
what I love to tell people, more profits for you, right? So to me, it's like a no-brainer, but it
Right.
has to be paired with strategy. You can't just turn ads on and be like,
Right.
oh, the ads didn't work.
Definitely. I think we're
Yeah.
kind of almost saying the same thing. I think where I completely agree is it's like if you have done organic, right? Or
Mm-hmm.
if you are an established business, let's not even say that you are, doing an organic strategy. Let's say you've been in
Mm-hmm.
business as a consultant for the, primary education, sector, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you've been in business with your business for 15 years
Mm-hmm.
and you've got clients, you've got recognition, but you want to take your business to the next level. Running ads might be, like a no-brainer because you've
Mm-hmm.
already established a proof of concept. You know that your service is, works, like
Right.
your service you got down. You have a business, you have a service, you have an offer that converts and people will buy it. So if you're to the stage where you know that you have an offer that works, whether you've gotten that offer through, a long time in the business, or whether you've gotten to that conclusion because you've done some type of organic strategy over the course of the last 5 months or 4 months or 2 months and started to get leads or and clients that way? If the answer is yes, it works that way, then the answer must definitely be that ads have got to be implemented.
Right.
Yeah,
100%.
yeah,
Yeah. If you're at that stage in the game, you you want to run ads, and you you have so much proof, because what's going to happen, like what I tell people, and this is why when I onboard clients, I'm like, how big is your email list? Because if you have at least 1,000 people on your email list, and I'm talking about like engaged people, they're opening your emails, maybe you have a list of 5,000 and you have at least 1,000 engaged, like people who are opening, people who are opting into your offer, people who are watching your trainings, right? Facebook's going to allow you to make lookalike audiences of those people. So you're not starting from scratch. You're giving Facebook the data of like, hey, these are 1,000 people that are my target audience. And then Facebook is going to go and find other people that match up with 6 interests or behaviors of the people on your list. So for the seasoned businesses who are like, oh, I just do it organic, you're actually holding yourself back because you've already worked hard to, accumulate all this data that you can literally hand to Facebook, and Facebook is going to do its job of bringing you more people that look like the people who are already opting in, purchasing from you, engaging with your content. It's really a no-brainer. It is the fastest way to scale, in my opinion. And if you've done your due diligence of really, testing your offers, making sure that your funnels work, getting people, to opt into your offers. If you've done that work,
mm-hmm.
ads is when you like sit back, because you have so much data. Like, you're just gonna be so amazed by the numbers that come in, because Facebook is all about data. It's not a guessing game. When you have enough data, it's proven, right? Like when you're feeding Facebook, like, I have 1,000 purchasers for this funnel, and then Facebook is going to just amplify that to more and more people. And what a lot of people find is they wish they would have started ads sooner.
Yeah.
Like, honestly.
Whenever I see
So
like success stories or people that want to people that just want to, celebrate their victories, which is important in business,
yeah,
with their ad strategies, I often see posts that are like, I wish I had done this earlier. People are like,
honestly.
oh, I guess, yeah, I need to talk to you about that.
Yeah, we will chat.
So what are the types of businesses that you like in this group, for example, we've got a
Mhm.
lot of consultants, and currently, I mean, it's a new group. We're less than 2 months old. We've got a lot of people that are in the info product industry. So I know people that are in the diversity and inclusion sector that are in this group. There are plenty of coaches. We've got style coaches. We've got fashion coaches. We've got life coaches. We've got business coaches. Lots of coaches and lots of consultants. We've got fitness consultants, personal trainers also in this group. What are some of the types of businesses that ads work the best for?
I so I guess I'll speak directly to the group here, which it sounds like more of like a service-based business niche.
Right,
Um,
definitely.
so they work for most businesses. I think like the only businesses that you can't like run ads for is like cannabis and some MLMs. Um, but specifically for service-based businesses, what you really want to tap into with ads is generating leads. So you'll see a lot of people running ads for free trainings, free webinars, free workshops, free 5-day challenge, right? Get my freebie. So download my PDF,
Right.
download my guide. All of these ads are only running to generate leads. And so you'll find that if you understand the back end of your funnel, which is I'm going to use Facebook ads to amplify my reach so that I bring awareness for my offer and also for who I am. You get people into your offer. So you get them to opt in. Maybe it's to download something, maybe it's to watch a free training. The most important thing that people don't realize until it's a bit too late is that the ads don't take care of the nurturing. It assists in it. So you have to run ads to get the leads in, but you also have to structure a strong email sequence. And then once people are on your list, you're going to use ads to retarget them. Because I always say, like, it's important to understand the rule of 7, right? People need to see you 7 times before they take action. The same thing is for service businesses. If I opted into your freebie, I am now showing that I have interest in it. But you can't just stop there. You have to be everywhere they are. Everywhere they are, right? I always say this, like when I go shopping and I see some boots that I want and then I don't purchase it, that's not the last time I'm going to see those boots. Chances are when I log into Facebook or Instagram, those boots are on the side. They're like stalking me. They're everywhere. And then I'm like, this must be a sign. I have to buy those boots, right? No, it's not a sign. They just have a pixel, right? They're just collecting data and retargeting you.
Right.
Same thing for your business, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got to capture. Facebook ads are going to allow you to capture the attention of someone, capture their information, and then you're going to use ads to retarget them. You're going to make sure you're popping up. You're going to make sure you're visible to them, because once you start doing that, to them, you're going to be a household name. Like, it could be 300, 500, 1,000 people that you're retargeting every month. But if those people are seeing you every single week, they're going to start saying, what? Wow, I'm seeing Ryan everywhere. He is really an expert. This is the type of reality ads allows you to build for your business. And especially for your small business, it helps you to appear as a large business when you're able to get that kind of frequency and consistency with your target audience. So I hope that answered the question.
Yeah, no, that was an answer. That is, I think it's important for people to understand that, because, some people might be wondering, well, what's the reason that I asked that is because lots of the people in this group right now, we have just a few people that are in the advanced stages of their business. We've got several people that are much more kind of in the beginning stages of having the business. So obviously these questions are kind of like for those types of people, because people are like, they might be wondering, well, should I just, advertise my, $400 course and do that as a Facebook ad, or what should be the goal? And you made it clear that an effective way for lots of consultants seems to be lead generation. And that plays into what we've talked about in other interviews in this group of the phases of what the funnel is. So I consider there to be 3 phases, or 3 types of funnels, not 3 phases, but 3 types. There's the lead generation, there's education or awareness, and then there's the sales funnel, right? Mm-hmm. And the sales funnel is like a landing page where you click to buy, like, right? That's like the last step. But that lead generation part is very important, because that's where people will learn, or that first contact that you have with people. It's often where people will give you their information so that you can do things like retarget them, like run an ad to, like send an email to them. And the educational part depends greatly on the price of your service. So if your service is like $97 or $100 or $150, lots of times that educational part or that nurturing part could be shorter, longer. Mm-hmm. Maybe you need a long webinar in order to sell a $2,000 course. Maybe you don't need a webinar if what you're selling is only $100. If you're selling something like that. So that's what can usually vary. But the lead generation and the product funnel or the sales funnel is key. So Thank you for explaining that. So it sounds like you definitely, are an expert in this, and how the benefits of the funnel, and
Mhm.
why someone should consider using, sorry, not the funnel, but Facebook ads, why someone should be considering Facebook ads. What are some of the results that you have seen with your clients? Like, what are some of the tangible stuff? Because lots of people will say, oh, well, she's, talking a big game, but, really, what could I do? And, of course, the title of this video kind of gives that away, because you were able to take 7K of ad investment or ad spend and turn that into $30,000.
Right.
So that might be even the reason why people are actually watching this video, because
Yeah,
they
I
probably
would
saw
watch.
that and they're like, wait a second here.
Right.
Can you
Sorcery.
expound upon that? How is that possible? And what, can you tell us about those results and how you could even achieve that? Because that sounds to a lot of people, they can't imagine making that much money with their business.
Yeah, so let's talk about it. The business specifically too, and I hope I want to start from the beginning, because I want to really kind of put into context what's possible and the steps that we took to generate the kind of results. So this is a new business. This is not someone who had a list. The client didn't have a list at all. So let's start there.
Wow. That was another question I had, because you mentioned in your last example, like if you have a list of 1,000, and I'm sure there's a lot of people
Right,
thinking when you said that, like, I don't have 1,000 people on my list. I don't
right.
have a list.
Yeah, this person had no list, right?
Okay.
So as a ad specialist, when I come in, I'm looking for, like, the big, like, green check, like, you got a list, you've got a proven method, you have a funnel, you've sold before. I can take this and I can run and I can generate results, no brainer, right?
Right.
This person didn't have a list. There was no email, campaigns, there was no foundation of what we really needed. So we're building all of this from scratch. And so the biggest thing that I had to really work through with the client was, who are you trying to target, right? I think that the biggest thing that people fail to take time to invest in is really understanding their target audience.
Right.
Because when you run ads, it does not find your target audience. It puts you in front of them. So whoever you're trying to reach, you have to tell Facebook. Facebook is not going to bring them to you. It's just going to amplify your message in front of whoever like, whatever behaviors or interests you put into Facebook. So for example, if I'm trying to find moms and I'm selling, I don't know, baby bottles, I can't go on Facebook and be like, find me moms, right? It's not going to work like that.
Right.
I can target women, I can target a specific group, but I have to then target things that moms would be interested in, or their behavior. So I don't know, I would probably target like Baby Shark, or, kids channels, or Pampers,
Right.
things like this, because my audience is moms, right? So when we were working with this client, there was really not a specific target audience that they had really honed in on. And so we had to start the testing process. And this is where a lot of people, I think, they just have a misconception of how ads work. You have to test everything. You can't decide, I'm going to run one ad with one copy, with one call to action. And if this doesn't work, ads don't work for me, right?
Right. Okay.
Because you got to understand, we haven't been seeing the same McDonald's commercial since we were born. We're not seeing the same Target commercial since we were born, right? They're constantly changing their angles, their speech, the way they show up, the people they use. They're constantly testing, they're constantly changing. Same thing for your small business. You could be running an ad that's a video and a picture, and you're like, this picture is going to kill it, and the video does better. Or you think you spend all this time on a video and you're like, people are going to love this video, right? And the KPIs show no one's watching the video. There's no click-through rate, which is like people actually leaving Facebook and going to your landing page. So you have to be willing to test. And so what we did was we were very consistent in testing. We were testing images. We were testing videos. We were testing GIFs. We were testing long videos, short videos, right? We were testing copy. And what we learned very quickly, which is important and very much why I love Facebook ads, is the data is going to show you what's working. You're not going to have to guess, right? The data is going to show you, hey, you're getting leads at $1 on this campaign, whereas this other campaign, you're getting leads at like $3. And you're just like, oh, I don't want three. Like, this is a huge gap, right? Let's do more of the dollar per lead, right? And then we slowly started to get it down and down and down to where we were paying 60 cents per lead.
Wow.
And so, right. So it's all about testing, right? We didn't start at 60 cents per lead, but we also didn't stay at $3 per lead either, because we were continuing to test the angles. And so what I would say is the beginning is you definitely want to have an email list. And if you don't have one, you want to create one, because your leads need to go somewhere to be nurtured. And then you want to get really specific about your target audience. Who do you serve? Is it men? Is it women? What age are they? What location are they based? Specifically for this, we were running ads in about 2 locations. So we weren't even running ads to the entire US. We started running ads. This was a fitness niche. So it was in person. So the business, they were only doing in person. So they were doing trainings and things like that. Mm-hmm. But because March hit, they were forced to go online. So we're now like developing products, we're developing guides, we're developing all these digital goods. So it was a huge, again, we had to pivot. We had to change our strategy. And that's what happens with a lot of businesses, right? But the best way we were able to do that was to consistently run ads, because why? We weren't able to do the same things of going out, meeting people, trying to bring people in and introduce our business. We didn't have that luxury anymore. We could only rely on amplifying our message through ads. So we ran a lot of lead generation ads, and we did a lot of freebies, a lot of guides for free, a lot of 5-day guides, a lot of 3-day guides. And what we found is we were getting emails back from people who were like, I can't believe you're giving us all this stuff for free. I had to sign up for XYZ. I can't believe that, this was free. I did it. I loved it. We're getting people reposting. We're getting people sharing it. So what ads allows you to do also, and you might be thinking, well, I'm giving my freebie away and it's not converting. You also have to give it some time, right? Because if you're new, you have no, prior history like this business, you have no email list. You have to give yourself some time to build up to where people are comfortable. Again, rule of 7. Just because they opted into your email list doesn't mean they're opening your emails every day. Doesn't mean they're seeing, your business every day. It takes some time to convert those people. But the way Facebook ads are set up, it allows you to be consistently visible to those people so that there's then trust being built. Mm-hmm. And so once we identified our target audience, we're running ads, we're doing mainly lead generation, then we're retargeting the people who have opted into our emails with offers. None of the offers are exceeding $100. So the acquisition cost, which is like the cost of like actually getting people to buy from us, was still relatively low, right? So this is kind of the strategy that we did over and over and over again.
How long did it take you? So this client invested $7,000 total for ad spend, and you were helping the client with that, with their ad campaign. How long did it take for them to see the return?
Man, so honestly, we were hitting, I looked at the graph yesterday, we were hitting like maybe 3K months in March, right? And we pivoted hard. Like we were like, oh, wow, we can't do any in-person stuff anymore. The digital products maybe took us like a month. So we were still doing like 3 to 5K months of just from the list we had built up. And mind you, the list is still less than
3 to 5K revenue or 3 to 5K ad spend?
Oh, sorry. So we were doing 3 to 5K revenue, like profits for the business a month.
Mm-hmm.
We're never spending over $1,000 a month at this point.
In
Never.
ads. Okay.
Maybe like $500 to $800.
Mm-hmm.
Where we're spending most of our time is re-engaging on our list. So we really want to capture the information, and then we're spending a lot of time nurturing in the email list. And one of the most important things we did was also funnel people into a Facebook group like yours, right?
Yes.
So,
Great strategy.
yeah.
I am validated. I feel validated.
It really is because,
Right.
the biggest thing, and I talked about this yesterday with someone, the biggest thing right now is like people need a sense of community. Like if you are, especially in your niche, if you are providing value to people, the best thing you could do is also like foster a community. People feel alone right now. Like
Right.
everyone's kind of going crazy. They're at home, they're in front of their screen. Give them a reason to feel connected. Foster that community. So we're funneling in. We have hundreds of people in the community as well,
Right.
where we're doing what? Giving free value again. Just like you were on live earlier, and you'll probably do more lives every week where I'll be tuning in and like taking notes because you are so smart. And I'm like, yes, I need to do this, right? You're giving away value. We're tuned in, and we also feel like we're in a community because we are, right? So we built that community for people. But yeah, our ad spend was never over $1,000 a month. I'm talking about running $7 to $10 ads a day, and then building up from there based on the information. We're never putting more money into ads until we see the KPIs that we want. So the KPIs that we're really looking for is how many people are clicking through and viewing our landing page, and how many people are actually opting into the offer. Okay. And if no one is making it from Facebook to your landing page, there's a few things that are not working. Either your creative is wrong, which is the picture or video. It's either not, it's not making people stop and take action. Mm-hmm. Right. So it's just not working, which happens, right? Sometimes you have a great offer, but you just don't have something that is disruptive on the timeline, so they scroll right past it. It happens. That's why we test multiple creatives. Or your copy is not resonating with your target audience. So you're not speaking clearly to the people who need what you're offering, so they don't know that they need to take action.
Right.
And so it's really important that you're reviewing these and realizing like, oh, wow, no one's clicking through for this. Let's change, let's pivot, let's test it. And you're able to do that really quickly in a matter of days. Like honestly, in a matter of days, you'll be able to see what's working and what's not.
How can, people that are listening to you right now are thinking, well, that sounds, perfect.
Yeah.
But I don't have 7K. And for example, I'll say one of the first rules that I learned about Facebook ads, and I have done ads to some success. I'm not running them for constant lead generation, which is something I need to get into, but that you should not get into ads until you are prepared to lose the money that you're investing in ads. Like it's a cost of doing business. This is true, but that unless you're prepared for this money that you have designated to go to ads to possibly not come back to you, then you shouldn't be going into ads. Now there's a big, I think, mental block thing there that we could talk about for a long time, about people that just won't ever do ads because they're stuck on the cliff. But what about people like I don't have 7K, but they might have like 1,000, maybe they'll have 500, maybe they'll have 300. What are those people? What should they do? Do you need to have 7K in order to have an impact and really make it worthwhile?
No, and to be honest, I think I'll start here. You
can push back on anything I say. I'm not the expert.
Yeah. No. I think the notion, and I think that's really what stops people or what makes people hesitant from starting ads or investing in it is they view it as I'm either losing money or gaining money, right? There is no I think the reality for me when I talk to businesses is this an investment. At the core of your business, visibility is a must, right? People have to know about your offer. People have to know about what you do in order to take action at any point, whether it's today or in 30 days. And so I think the first thing is aligning your mind with this is an investment that your business is making. We make a lot of investments. We spend a lot of money on things that don't work, right? But I think when it comes to ads, people think, okay, I have to throw in thousands of dollars. And if I lose that money, then, I'm never going to run ads again. You can start with a small budget. If you have $300 that you can allot to marketing a month or advertising a month, you can see real results with that. What would it mean for your business to bring in 50 new people a month? And you can bring that in for your business for under $1,000. What would it mean for your business to bring in 100 people a month? I think the biggest thing too is when you run ads, you don't have to run ads every month. Say you are specifically working on one offer where you're going to do a webinar or you're going to do, a live training. And you're like, I want to pack this out. Like, I really want to get 100 people in here, right? You have a plan. Now you're just going to use ads to funnel in more people. Maybe you only do that training every 3 months. So you're just running your business as usual. And then you're picking pockets where you're going to invest more money to grow your visibility and amplify your offer.
And so waves.
Right. So it's strategic. You don't have to be funneling in money every month, right? With ads. It's unnecessary, especially because at some months you might be booked out. But while you're booked out, if you're still doing lead generation, if you're still like, I'm going to always put $300 a month to bring in new leads because my email sequence works and it's proven, I would tell you to start today, right? Okay. If you're still trying to prove that it works, I would say get your plan together, get your funnel together, and then start to test it. Start to throw. I would say, I know everybody says you can run ads for $5 a day. I would say test at $7 a day and be specific with what you're trying to accomplish. I think it was a young man in your group, I forget his name, and he was running ads, and I got to chat with him a little bit. He was saying he was running ads. My first question was, what are you running ads for, right? Because people are like, I want to run ads, I want to get more traffic. But whatever you tell Facebook to do, that's what it's going to do. If you are only trying to get more traffic, that's all you're going to get. You're not going to get people opting in. And what I told him is what I'll tell you guys. If you're looking for leads, you have to optimize your Facebook objective for conversions and leads, because Facebook is going to find people. It's all based on behavior. It's a very intelligent software. Facebook is going to find people who opt in online. Opt in looks like who gives their name and their email address. If you're optimizing your Facebook ads for traffic, Facebook is like, oh, they want people to click on their stuff, right? So you're going to get a whole bunch of people clicking. So you have to be very specific with the action that you want Facebook to find in the people that you're trying to get in front of. That's one of the biggest mistakes, and what people always come to me and they're like, I tried ads and they didn't work. And I'm like, what was your objective? What did you run ads for? And I quickly realized, of course it spent 200 of your dollars and you didn't get any leads. You told Facebook that you wanted comments and likes, not that you wanted leads. So that's really important. That's a huge, huge mistake that people make. Don't make this mistake.
It sounds like it comes all back around to strategy, which is what you mentioned before. Lots of people, I know there's so many elements, so many areas where you can mess up on, and people get overwhelmed easily. Like I mention this often when I talk about what I do, which is create funnels, and people are like, oh, funnels, I've heard of that. What is that again? And I have to explain what a funnel is. And the process usually always looks the same from people that are starting a business. They have an idea, they start their business, they have some type of, epiphany, and like, I can charge money for this, I'm going to do this. Website, boom. They go to Wix, they go to, somewhere, and now they're like, all right, now I need some clients. So then what they do, what everyone does, they start calling their friends, they start calling their, contacts, they start reaching out to their old college roommate or whoever, talking about this service, this business, and they end up getting maybe a few clients. And they feel good. They feel, they got the puffed out chest. They're feeling, good about themselves and about the business because they're actually working and providing service to people. But then they're forgetting that the website that they spent 2 months on actually didn't get them the clients that they're working on right now. What got them the clients that they're working on right now was reaching out, was actually making connections, was talking, was sending a message on WhatsApp or Messenger on this and that, and talking to your aunt and talking and going to a networking event and doing all this. And then they look back when things start to calm down and they look at their website and they're like, oh, I'm not getting any clients through my website. And so then they start scrambling and they're like, I need to modify my website. I need to make a website so that people can go to my website. And this is where I start to pick apart people's arguments or their ideas, because I'm like, well, okay, so why do you want people to go to your website anyways? You were able to get clients without a website. So what do you want now? And that's where a funnel comes in. That's where, if we're going to have ads where we want people to see us and we want people to see our service or see what we do, we want them to land on something. And lots of people get confused and they think that needs to be my homepage, right?
Oh,
I need people to get to my homepage so that they can see my face and see everything I do and see where I went to college and see what degrees I have and see what awards I've won. And no, it's not like that. No. So I was excited when I found out that you are also a Kartra user. So you're combining Kartra in-house. You combine your skills, your high expertise in Facebook ads, and you combine that and you create a funnel using Kartra. Can you tell us a little bit about how that's making you effective, and why Kartra why Kartra can do that? What's the difference between Kartra and a free Wix site or a WordPress site that people are just trying to put together?
Well, I'll tell you this, specifically for this client too, they were on Squarespace, right?
Squarespace.
So we started on Squarespace, and I'm running the ads because they refuse to leave Squarespace, and I'm like, hey, where we're driving this traffic into, this is not converting. Okay. And it's not because your offer is not great. It's because where your audience is landing, it doesn't have the messaging, it doesn't have the components necessary for them to take action. So you're just getting a lot of clicks, a lot of views, and no one taking action. And so quickly, I was like, we got to get you out of here. Like, the ads are working, your landing page is not, right? And the two you can't be successful if they both aren't working. They have to work together. And so what I quickly realized was we needed to pivot again. Testing is the most important thing. I think that's the biggest thing with entrepreneurship and your business. You got to understand and not be tied to one thing. You can't just die on a hill. You got to be like, that hill's burning, I gotta go. There's always an opportunity to do something different. So we were in between ClickFunnels, Podia, and Kartra. And I was doing a lot of research at the time because I was like, all right, where can we go where we can get people to go into our landing page? It has the components of a timer. So we have that fast action so that we can really, the psychology of the mind of people, we can get them to take action. It'll capture their information, right? Scarcity. And I just needed all these components. I wasn't able to build that on Squarespace. And so we left Squarespace after, speaking with a lot of people. Even I spoke to you, I know, a year ago about this. And I was like, I think we're going to take the jump to Kartra. And we did. And it was the best decision we've ever made. I'm talking about 3 to 5x our profits by taking the information that was on a Squarespace and optimizing it on a Kartra web page, and then building a funnel so that now the clients had more of a journey. Before it was like, here's our Squarespace page. I hope you take action. God bless, right? Like there was no telling that this was going to convert. There was no telling of what was going to happen after they purchased with Squarespace. There really was no journey. And what I found with Kartra, as I started building the pages and I was able to really specify, depending on the target audience we were aiming for, if it was women, if it was men, I'm able to build out pages and funnels that were very specific to those people. And as we got very specific, right, our results increased. And as we were able to target and build, and I was able to build pages because I'm building, I learned Kartra in a matter of months, people. Like, this was crazy.
Crash
But
course.
it was, to me, the system to me was very easy to comprehend. Not easy, but like the learning curve, I was able to build out everything that I needed. And there was a lot of resources. The community was great. And so as I'm building things out and we're testing it with ads and people are converting, they're joining our email list. We're running emails through Kartra. Everything was so cohesive. And we really saw a difference when we started running ads to Kartra pages. And we had the timer, we had the opt-in, we had the visuals, we had the copy, we had everything set up. Even sometimes just using templates that Kartra gave us, it made a world of a difference for our results. So from Squarespace to Kartra, we definitely increased our revenue, and it's been the best decision that we made. And for any business, I always tell them, if they're on a website and they're looking to really create a funnel for their business and run ads, that they have to get Kartra.
Amazing. It's cool to hear that people are using, because it's not as popular as maybe some of the other big ones.
Yeah.
ClickFunnels, lead pages. I think there's a few other ones.
Kajabi. I know people love
Kajabi's
Kajabi too.
huge. Yeah,
Yeah.
Kajabi's huge, especially for course creators. But
Yeah.
Kartra really does get the job done just because you have
Yeah.
all of the tools at your disposal for all of your marketing. And then you not only cover the attraction part is ads. That's what you're a specialist in. But then you've got the convert part, and convert is where Kartra really specializes in. But they've also got the retain part. So like any funnel should be attract, convert, retain. They've got that retain part covered too, because they've got the actual platform that you can send members to. Like if you want to host a course, if you want to host resources, if you want to host a membership site where people get onboarded into your service. So it just handles everything, and you can remarket, you can split tests and everything. It's just great. It's great, but it's an investment, like you said. So you've got to recognize it as an investment. It's not $90 that you're spending. It's not an expense. The idea is you're spending $90 now every month so that you can be making thousands of dollars every month, right? Like I wouldn't have a business if it wasn't for Kartra. And I've got the silver plan. I've got the $150 or whatever plan per month. And everyone's like, "Oh, it's so expensive." Like, yeah.
I happily pay. I'm like,
but I happily pay that money. Like I happily pay that money because I couldn't do this on Squarespace. I couldn't do this on Wix. So it's cool to hear how we are connecting these things together. We're connecting Facebook ads with a system and strategy like Kartra. Like again, Kartra is not the magic. Kartra helps you if you've got the strategy. If you've got a great strategy, Kartra can help you. We were running out of time, but what's one piece of advice that you would like to give to other online business owners that are using funnels or interested in possibly getting involved with funnels or Facebook ads? What's the one piece of advice if you could give to someone that's like seeing this and thinking, this sounds amazing, but I don't know. And I think there might be a lot of people that see this video and do that. They'll say it sounds amazing, but I don't know.
Right. I think the biggest advice that I would give, and this is what I tell people all the time, I'm like, you got to focus, right? Focus all your energy and your attention on money making moves, right? Like when I wake up, when I try to do my week, my planning, I'm like, what's going to bring in actual money for my business? And if that's working on your email list, if that's creating a funnel, which it most certainly is if you're online, if that's creating a strategy on how you can funnel new people in every single week, every single day, right? Which is what you can do with Facebook ads. You've got to start to now understand that these are the things you have to invest in, right? At the end of the day, we all start businesses because we love what we do. We have a why. You know, you started because you thought it was important for it to be in the world. You thought it was something that you could really, you know, make a change and start and do. You thought it was a great idea. It is a great idea. But you've got to really focus your energy on things that are also going to help you be profitable, right? And so I think as 2020 is ending and we're in the fourth quarter, and this is the quarter that a lot of people actually, you know, double, sometimes triple their revenue because it's holiday time. So people are in the mood to shop. People are in the mood to spend money. People are at home. It's important that you're focusing on money making moves. What is going to allow me to become more profitable than I was last month? And once you start thinking like that and investing in Facebook ads, investing in funnels, investing in ways to automate your process. Because when I go to sleep at night, I'm still getting leads in. Not when I respond to their DM or when I respond to their message or when I decide to hit them up. I'm able to get in front of them. They're able to see my offer, whether it be 11 a.m. or, you know, 5 p.m. I'm consistently visible in front of people. You want to have that for your business. And you also want to have a way to funnel them in without every step of the way you having to write an email or reach out to them or check if anybody hit you up, right? That's a funnel. It's about working smarter, not harder. So I would say, look at it as an investment, really take a step back and think, what is going to make me more profitable than last week, than last month, than last year? And then focus your energy on that.
I love it. I love it. I think we'll leave it at that. I really appreciate you coming on, speaking to our group. You're doing amazing things. I hope, obviously, that things continue to go in this upward direction for you. How can people get in touch? I'm sure people are interested in knowing how they can find out about you, what you do, how they can maybe work with you. How can they get in touch with you and where can they find you?
Yeah,
obviously in this group too.
Yeah, so I'm in this group. I love this group. I think Ryan is a genius. Again, I will say this all the time. He was one of the main reasons.
We will send this recording. We're recording this, and I'll make sure that this is also going to be on like LinkedIn and other things as well. So just saying that out there.
Better at LinkedIn. And
also letting people know that are watching. Yeah, exactly. Hey, LinkedIn people. Hey, other people.
Hi, other people everywhere on every platform.
But not just in the group. Yeah.
Well, if you're not in the group and you're on LinkedIn, you need to get in the group because this is where it's at. But where you can find me on Instagram, you can find me at Helpful Digital Marketer. Same on Facebook, you can follow me at Helpful Digital Marketer. And I actually am really excited. I had a free training yesterday. It was amazing. I had over 150 people in there from all over North Carolina, Hawaii, Philadelphia, New York, using ads, right? And I'm actually going to be having another free training on September 24th. So if you're watching this and you want to learn more about exactly what we did from, you know, investing 7K to getting 30K and how you can use those same strategies for your business, I would encourage you to sign up for my free training. I'll give Ryan all the information for that.
Yes,
I wasn't gonna bring the free training back, but I accidentally sent the wrong link to like over 100 of the attendees yesterday. So there were people stuck out of the training, you know. And so, you know, in life, things just happen, and you just have to keep going. You know, you just have to keep going. So we're having another training September 24th. I would love for you to be there. But yeah, connect with me. I would love to chat more about your business. I have more information on ads on all my social media pages. And yeah, that's me.
Great. Thank you so much, Renee. We appreciate you, and we will speak to you really, really soon.
Awesome. Can't wait.
Okay, awesome.